On any given day, when my girls are playing, you're never really sure what you're going to hear. Like, for example, just recently, I hear them coming down the hall. They've both got high heels, big floppy hats, pulling little roller bags, going, "Come on, have you got your luggages? Because we're going to be late. First up, Minnesota, then we're on to Paris." As they love to travel and to explore. Or, really, I still sort of smile when I think about the day when they rush to me and go, "Mom, who do we know that lives in Alaska?" Because Prince Peter and Prince Michael, their imaginary boyfriends, have gone there to find us a birthday present and they've gone missing. And somebody has to be able to find them. And here I am thinking, they're invisible. How can I ask friends to find them? But then, never mind. Lo and behold, 5 minutes later, there were Prince Peter and Prince Michael at the door. Hooray! They were not lost. And they had the birthday present. Hooray for them. My girls' imaginations just blow me away sometimes. And I have so much fun. Like, sometimes I really have to try not to laugh at the things that I hear. But you know what? I never, ever, ever want to stifle their imaginative play. It is so important. It's so important for all of our children. And so let's look at that today. Hi, and welcome to Learning Life, and thank you for joining me as we talk about something absolutely beautiful, imaginative play, make-believe. How many of us have children that just really love to just step into make-believe? I know we've all done it, and I know that our children do too. Maybe they're playing school or restaurant, or they're being superheroes, or they're cleaning. Not my children, but maybe your children love to pretend to clean or travel, all of these different things. That's what imaginative play is. And it really is just something so beautiful, and maybe something that we do actually sort of take for granted now, or in our busy lives go, really, is it important? Well, I want to tell you that it is. It really is very important. And that's why I'm bringing it as a video today, because I want to just connect my heart with yours on this is something that we need. And in fact, that's why I do these videos, because, we are learning this life together, and parenting can be tough, and we do need to help each other out, with our children, with their education, all of these things. And so thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and your subscribes. If you're new, hey, subscribe, ring that bell, and let yourself know when a new video comes out. It's weekly. Okay, so imaginative play. Oh, I really, as I'm just even here, just thinking of half the things that I hear, my girls saying, they're trinationals. And so when friends say, "Oh my God, your girls were playing," and all I hear is "Quick, grab the passports." That is just so them. They love to play travel. But, is this important? Should our children be going through all of these things? Well, let's look at why is imaginative play important? Wow, here is something, lo and behold, the experts agree on, that play is important. They really do. And I love that they believe in this importance of play. I love play. I love play-based learning. I have done a video on that. Check it out. It really is such a beautiful thing for our children as they grow and as they develop. And there are some great key things that they learn from this imaginative play, just to be themselves, have this opportunity to be themselves. And guess what? It's going to improve their language. It's going to boost their creativity. It's going to provide opportunities for problem solving. Isn't this great? Allow them to step in to make good decisions. I love this. I'm oh yeah, that just ticks all my boxes about why we should be letting our children play. And as well, it helps them to make sense of things that they've seen or experienced. And, even this is why, if our children ever do need to be in a therapy setting, we're getting these play therapists who realize that imaginative play and play is really good to help make sense of things that maybe they're just not fully ready to be aware of, or they need help in. And so play, it really is important. And we really need to be making sure that we give our children opportunities to do it and to encourage them into it. How to encourage your children to play. Okay. Now, I think most children would say that they like to play. I know that my girls do like to play, but one of the things we have to be very careful of is overscheduling our children. Okay. There's sport, there's music, there's dance, there's this. And before we know it, our days are so full that there is just no time for play. And that is really sad. And when we're not providing those opportunities, when we're overscheduling, then we are going to limit their desire for play. And we want to start them young, okay? You start modeling when they're young, getting their soft toys, getting their dolls, making them talk, letting them see you do different things, whether it's cooking or it's cleaning, conversations with your friends. I've heard myself come out of my children's mouths as they sit there having these little pretend conversations. All of these things, they're going to be learning, and they're only going to be able to develop it if they have the opportunity. And so when they are playing, I would encourage you not to interfere. I know, for me, sometimes I'm like, I want to know a little bit more about what's going on and why. But if I step into that, then I actually disrupt their flow. All right. I really do disrupt their creativity, and they might not get that moment back. And so don't interfere. But if they invite you in, hey, mommy, will you come and do this? Then yes, if you have that time, step into their play and become part of it, because they want us to be part of it. And we still get to model with that. We get to have fun. We get to enter their world. I mean, I've had some great salon experiences. Really, I sort of like it because I get to sit back while they do my nails. And my girls will just sit there and they'll just talk, and they'll just start asking, and how was your day? And how is your husband and your children? And they have all the little conversations down. And I usually end up with some spectacularly looking nails, or they love to play nursing home, where I get with the toys to sit there while they put on a show for me. There are some great ways to enter into play that, don't take your energy. So I go with my girls' creativity on that. And there are so many things that we can provide for our children to encourage them in this. Toys or items that assist with imaginative play. Let me just say, we don't have to break the bank in order to get things for our children, for them to use their imagination. There are some great toys out there, but secondhand is never a problem. Making the most of thrift stores, yard sales, dollar stores. There are so many great ways that we can provide these things for our children, like play kitchens. Okay, great ones to get secondhand as children outgrow them. These are wonderful. Make sure you have the pots and the pans and the whisks and all of that, and the play food, even though my girls don't even need the play food. They just use their imagination, and again, you can just use dollar store items. We actually love that. That's where we get measuring cups and whisks and wooden spoons and all of that, because it doesn't matter if they get broken or they get lost. Play kitchens are wonderful. And so are dress-up clothes. And now I'm not just talking about Halloween costumes or anything like that. I'm talking about if you've been going through your closet and getting rid of stuff, and you've got bags and scarves and shoes and ties, whatever it is, let your children have them. It's always fun to watch what they might gravitate towards. My girls are getting older now, and in the thrift stores, they love to find the real high heels. And believe me, we've had some great bargains there, and they love to find the fancy clothes, in the women's section, and they're buying more things that they then prance around and pretend that they are queens. They just really love that. And so they've moved away, they like a princess dress, but they actually love coming up with their own creations. So dress up clothes are wonderful. Cleaning tools, brooms and all of that. You can buy, there's some beautiful sets of child size, little, all the things. Or again, just make the most of the dollar store. My girls had their own $1 dustpan and broom that they loved. We got a larger broom and just cut the handle off for them. You don't have to have the children's size one. They love the big spray bottles. They love the big feather duster. I mean, sadly now they don't love to clean, but for a while there, they loved all of those things. And so we can find that and just provide those tea sets and picnic items. We love a tea party in our house. We'll have inside ones when it's raining. We have outside ones when the weather is nice, And again, we just go to the thrift stores and we buy like the proper like porcelain or fine china teacups and sets. So often you can get like 3 cups and saucers for a few dollars. And if they break, it doesn't matter. But my girls feel so fancy having the proper stuff. And they love that. And they love getting all of their toys out or inviting friends over, like with little snacks. Boxes. I mean, who doesn't love a box, right? And we all agree that children seem to gravitate towards boxes. I know my girls do. And we've had boxes be cars and boats and rockets and pretty much anything that you can imagine. Oh, yeah, we've made puppet theaters out of them. We've made a kitchen. We've made a TV set out of boxes. Just that imagination just comes out. And so, give them some markers, cut them up, do different things. Boxes are great. And of course, we can use our toy cars and planes and trains and dolls and blocks and Lego. Like, these are all wonderful, wonderful things. And like doll houses, again, something else that's great to get secondhand, especially as they grow out of them. But you don't have to have like a big one that takes up a lot of space. For the longest time, we did cardboard box ones. In fact, I do have a video on that, on how to make your own like cardboard dollhouse and even a cardboard castle. And recently, like one of my daughters said, "Oh, Mummy, you know what? I think my most favorite of all the dollhouses were the ones that you made for us." And we would just make them. I'd put in curtains and stuff. And then when they got destroyed, we just recycled and we just got some more boxes and made a new one. Now, in all of these things, I do want to encourage you, don't try to just sort of gender split. Okay, boys should be playing with kitchens and doll houses and dolls as well as girls should be playing like with Lego and cars and stuff like that, because this is where the imagination really comes out. And quite frankly, most of our best chefs in the world are male, so surely they got somewhere like playing with a kitchen, right? And I love watching boys, who maybe have a baby doll, and are playing families and just watching their nurturing side come out. Like, this is beautiful. And, my girls love trains and building with blocks and all of these sorts of things, and girls can be engineers too and be mechanically minded. So don't limit according to gender, like, or what you think. Just let your children, just come out with it and let them explore the everyday objects. I mean, our kitchen chairs, they've been school bus, they've been plane, they've been a hospital, all these things. You never quite know when you come into our living room what we're going to find. And I love that, they're outside and they're using paving stones and bricks to make their own kitchen. And here's the oven and oh, this is the pizza oven over here. And this is what it is. And they've used different things to make like little tables for a restaurant to go with this kitchen. And they're just looking around the yard and finding different things. So everyday objects become something new when we let our children just look at it and go, oh, what can I use that for? I know. So there are great things that we can have, but guess what? You don't even have to have all of those things. You just show children how, a shoe can become a car, this can become that. And then you will just see that their imaginations just soar. Oh, I love imaginative play, and I just hope that my girls just never lose the joy of it. As I said, I love listening to them, just going off on their little trips or playing hotel or whatever it is that they want to be doing. And I encourage them with that. I don't like hearing the word bored, but Mom, I'm bored. No, you have an imagination, go and use it. And then quite frankly, 2 hours later, they're still going strong. And so let's encourage our children, let's give them these opportunities, and let's all step in together into imaginative play. Well, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for being part of this Learning Life community. I hope that this maybe has excited you to just sort of step in and maybe reintroduce more times that you could be involved in imaginative play. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot a question below in the comment section. And if you like these videos and would like to see more, come out, you can join us as a champion, and you can do that through patreon.com or through my website, where you will also see other some great links and ideas and tips, learningthis.life.